Federal Parliament has come to a close for 2014, and for the Abbott government, it's been quite a year. But in the words of someone who's just watched the first Hobbit movie, do we really need 3? That said, there have been some very impressive politicians this year. Offhand, I can't think who they are, so we'll instead honour our underachievers. Welcome to the Roast and The Guardian Australia's 2014 Golden Facepalms. We begin our ceremony with the prestigious Craig Emerson Prize for a bad idea you totally overcommit to. The runners-up are Tony Abbott for Idiot with a Hat. Yeah. Tony Abbott for Idiot Without a Hat.
Look, I'm going to shirt front, Mr. Putin. You bet you are. You bet I am.
And David Lionhelm for whatever the hell this was.
Along with South Park's Mr. Mackey, we can agree that drugs are bad, okay? It's probably also fair to say that progressive taxes are bad, okay?
I'll say this for Lionhelm, he really captured the spirit of South Park, in so much that all celebrity voices are impersonated poorly, and his speech should not be viewed by anyone. But the winner, of course, is Tony Abbott for Team Australia. Only you could take Australia's love of sport and turn it into something completely alienating. A noble effort. We move on now to the Marcel Prize for Communication. Previous winners in this category include such esteemed mutes as Tony Abbott.
You're not saying anything, Tony.
But this year, no one is more deserving than Ricky Muir. They say the silent era is over, but no one told Ricky, who's proven himself to be a real Jean Dujardin.
Do you understand what the balance of power means?
Sure, he may not have understood the balance of power, but I challenge you to find a politician who knows more about power steering. But the year wasn't just people looking stupid by not talking, it was also a year of people talking and making themselves look stupid. Which brings us to the Jovi Peterson Award for Common Sense. The runner-up in this category is Senator Erica Betts, who taught us all about how women's bodies work because, I don't know, he smelt one on the bus?
The studies, and I think they date back from the 1950s, assert that there is a link between abortion and breast cancer.
It's conclusively and scientifically incorrect.
Hard to believe that someone in the government which reintroduced knights and dames would be so backward thinking. But no one made more sense this year than Jackie Lambie, who showed us she's the authority on Islam because, you know, she wears a scarf.
Well, I think when it comes to Sharia law, you know, to me it obviously involves terrorism.
Don't worry guys, only 5.5 more years of her. We go now to the highly coveted Meninga Award for Commitment to Politics. This award recognises people who give it their all for a bit. The nominees are Clive Palmer for really putting his head down, Clive Palmer for making himself available.
That I just want to clear up.
I'm not answering any more for you, so goodbye. We'll see you later.
And Clive Palmer for making himself available, but later.
The audience has a right to know what's happening in legal cases against you.
And the winner is Clive Palmer. He was here earlier to receive his award, but just couldn't be bothered to stick around. And this year we saw plenty of our politicians floundering on television, which brings us to the Harold Holt Award for Person Most Out of Their Depth. The runner-up is D.O. Wang, who proved that in politics, it can actually be a good idea to lie.
How would you describe your politics before you joined Palmer United?
My politics? 0?
0.
But the winner has to be Attorney General George Brandis, who can't wait to look at your metadata, only once he's worked out what it is.
What is metadata in your view?
The web address is part of the metadata.
The website?
The web address.
Congratulations, George. You'll have to get yourself a trophy cabinet to go with your taxpayer-funded bookshelf. Ooh, and now a very special award from the Prime Minister's office. It's the Prime Minister's Prize for Best Female Cabinet Member. Plenty of good candidates here. Just the one candidate. All right. And the winner is Richard Flanagan. Abbott's done it again. And finally, the Lifetime Achievement Award. This award recognises a commitment to incompetence over an extended period. Drum roll, please. And it's a joint winner. Yes, it's the entire Abbott government. Now, you may be surprised to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award since you've only been in power for a year and a bit, But to your credit, you've packed in a lifetime's worth of gaffes.
I work on an adult sex line to make ends meet.
Lies.
No cuts to the ABC or SBS.
And more overpriced malfunctioning fighter jets than we could possibly crash. Well, that's it for the 2014 Golden Facepalms. Congratulations to all this year's winners, and commiserations to this year's losers, which are, of course, you, the Australian public. Better luck next year. For The Roast and The Guardian Australia, I'm Mark Humphries.